Okay. Now I continue the explanation of Act 4, Scene 1. In the last lecture, I had stopped where Ferdinand is feels proud in saying that he has a wonderful father-in-law. He has a wonderful father-in-law because his father-in-law is capable of making the place a paradise with his wonderful powers and wisdom. This is where we had stopped in the last lecture. Now I continue with Prospero's speech. He says here, "Sweet now silence, Juno Cirrus, whisper seriously. There's something else to do, hush and be mute, or else our spell is marred." Now Prospero is telling to keep quiet, and Juno and Cirrus, they are whispering to each other. Now since they are whispering to each other, he is asking them to be silent now. Why he wants them to be silent? Because there is something more to be done, and be mute, or else our spell is marred. So if they do not keep silent, then the magical charm will be ruined. So that's why he wants that Juno and Cirrus, both of them, should calm down. To this Iris responds, "You nymphs called Naiads of the wandering brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels, and on this green land answer your summons. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late." Let's go through the lines in detail. Now, he says here to the Naiads, "You nymphs called Naiads." Naiads are the spirits of streams. So, it is told in this speech by Iris that the spirits of the stream, of the flowing stream, with your sedged crowns. Sedged crowns means the garlands that are woven from reeds, and your harmless looks. So, in this you find that Cirrus is telling, Iris is telling the nymphs called Naiads of the flowing stream that they are wearing, or they are having the garlands worn, and those garlands are woven from reeds, and they have innocent looks. Leave your crisp channels, and on this green land answer your summons. So leave your crisp channels. Crisp channels refers here to the curly rippling streams. And on this green land answer your summons. So if you are being summoned, if you are being called to come to this green land, give the response to it. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. So it's being told here that it's being told in the last few lines that the nymphs are being called. Command is being given by Juno, and the nymphs are being called. Why they are being called? Just because they are supposed to help in the celebration of the marriage of the true lovers. Enter certain nymphs. You sunburned sickle men of August weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry. Make a holiday, your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing. Now it's being told here, when certain nymphs enter, it's being told, you sunburnt sickle men. Sickle men are the reapers, and these reapers are working in the heat of August. Now since they are working in the heat of August, they are being tired, very means tired. Come hither from the furrow. Furrow refers here to the ploughed field, and be merry. So they are being called to be happy. They are being called from the ploughed fields so that they can also enjoy. Make holiday. Your rye straw hats put on. You can put on your rice straw hats and you can enjoy. And these fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing. So you can join these nymphs in the country dance. Enter certain reapers, properly habited. They join with the nymphs in a graceful dance. Towards the end whereof Prospero starts suddenly and speaks after, which to a strange, hollow, and confused noise they heavily vanished. Now, this is what you have to keep in mind further to understand the speeches of the other characters. So it is being told here that there's reapers who come or who join with the nymphs. They are dressed properly. They are being they are dressed properly, and it's being told that they are also present over there to join with the nymphs in the graceful dance. Then it is being told here that they will be then it is being told here, Prospero starts suddenly, and when they are moving towards the end, then Prospero suddenly starts and speaks, and then it's being told, then with a strange and confused noise they all depart. So the confused and strange noise leads to the departing of all the nymphs from the scene. Now Prospero says aside, that means he is speaking to himself, I had forgot the foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates. Against my life, the minute of their plot is almost come. To the spirits, well done, avoid no more. Now, these few lines, the beginning 3-4 lines, are being spoken to himself. What is he saying in this? I had forgotten the foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. You have to keep in mind that in the previous scene, you have been made aware of the fact that Caliban, with the help of Stephano and Trinculo, who are the fellow conspirators, is planning a conspiracy against Prospero. So, conspiracy against the Prospero has been planned out by Caliban along with his confederates or along with his confederates, that is Stephano and Trinculo. And this is what he had forgotten. The minute of their plot is almost come. Now, the time has come for the execution of the plot. To the spirits, well done, avoid no more. Then he is saying to the spirits that you have done well, well done, avoid no more. So you may go without delay. Ferdinand then says, this is strange, your father's in some passion that works him strongly. So Ferdinand says that this is strange. Your father is in some passion. Passion over here refers to emotional state or in anger that works him strongly. So it's told here that there is a sudden change which is noticed by Ferdinand in the behavior of Prospero. Miranda then says, "Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered." So she gives the reply to this observation of Ferdinand, that before she has never seen her father so angry or violent. Prospero then says, "You do look, my son, in a move sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir, our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and all are melted into air, into thin air." Now, in the beginning itself, I have told you that the celebration, the situation for the celebration has been created. It has been created. All the spirits have been invited. Huh? So it's told here, now in this speech he is saying, "You do look, my son, in a moved sort. You look upset." Hmm? This is what he is telling to Ferdinand, as if you were dismayed. So you were dismayed, you were shocked to see what was happening there. Don't this Now in over here Prospero wants to tell Ferdinand that he should not be upset with what he has seen. He should not be scared or shocked with whatever has happened before his eyes, but he should be cheerful. Our revels now are ended. Merrymaking. Revels over here means merrymaking. These are actors, as I foretold you. So I have already told you that these all spirits who were present there, they were all the actors. They were all the actors and are melted into the air. So this is an unreal vision which is being created. Hmm? Whatever appears, that is just like an unreal vision, and it's being told that the spirits, they have, after performing or after blessing the couple, what they do, they vanish. They vanish into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits shall dissolve. So not only the spirits have vanished, but whatever was being created, like the creation of the towers rising to the clouds, grand palaces, grand palaces, holy temples, or you can call it as the great world which was being created, all that will vanish or fade into the air. So why it will fade into the air? And then it's being told here, it will fade out. And here Prospero is emphasizing on the fact of the unreal vision. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a trace behind. So it's being told here that everything will vanish, everything will fade out without leaving any trace of unreal show behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Now, over here, sleep refers to the eternal sleep. So it's being told over here that we humans are made of the same substance as dreams are made of, and when we die, it is the eternal sleep. Sir, I am vexed, bear with my weakness, my brain is troubled. Okay, so it's being told here that he is annoyed. I am vexed, I am annoyed, bear with my weakness, my brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. Infirmity means shortcomings. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two I will walk to still my beating mind. So what Prospero is telling? that if you are tired and if you wish to rest, you can go into my cell and rest over there. In the meanwhile, to calm down, his disturbed mind, what he will do? He will take 1 or 2 rounds, because he believes that taking a round or 2 rounds will calm down his mind. I stop here.